You know, the game taught me. I'm switching somewhere else right now because it just came across my mind so fast, and I don't want to lose it. You know, women was with me in the game when I was in the pimp game, and you know, their job was to go out there and be with men, right? And so, women that I cared for. So in the game, the average person can't really understand that because, you know, that his mind is not conditioned to that, right? But in the game, you know, it was us. It was us against the world, so to speak, like I said, an American pimp. And so them girls are out there, you know, sleeping with men. I mean, when you really want to break it down, right? And I was trying to find something stronger than sex. And that's what the game taught me. It was that there was a commitment that was greater and stronger than sex. And what it did is it took the intimidation of sex out of me, right? So one of the scariest things probably for a man is a thought that a woman that he loves is out there, or not out there, just a regular, not a guy in the game, just a regular guy. Probably one thoughts would be for him to think about his girl is being unfaithful, you know, being with another man. He gonna go in his mind, all of the, you know, in his mind he gonna be thinking about, man, how the dude is fucking her, what he doing, he tossing her up, whatever. That shit is going into his mind, and that shit is some real hard shit to contend with. And a person don't want to ever have to go and face nothing like that. The feeling of that. That's a fucking feeling for the average man to home, or he finds out that somebody that he loved is being fucked by another dude. That shit right there, man. I know it. That's some hard shit. But what the game taught me is allowed me not to be afraid. Not that I'm saying that, you know, that I would want Dove to be out there being with nobody, like it wouldn't matter to me and something. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I have already dealt and already have the mind of having somebody that I love that's out there on an everyday basis having sex with other men, right? And so it taught me how to deal with that. And really that shit really didn't fucking mess with me at all, because I had this game's mind. I had the mind of a pimp, right? And in the game, it made you look small. It made you small if you was a guy in the game that was thinking about that shit, you know what I'm saying, as it was something that affected you. You couldn't be in this game. You couldn't be no pimp for sure, right? If this shit is affecting you, because a guy in the game's gonna feel like, man, you's a square. You need to get up out of this shit, boy. Your heart tore out with this shit here, right? So it required something that probably the average man probably feel like he ain't got in him. It's like a lot of guys saying, man, that pimping stuff ain't in me, man. Man, I'm a stuff, right? Because just to have to feel like I'm caring for this woman, but then she's out there having sex with some other dude, making some money nevertheless, bringing it to me nevertheless, but she's still out there fucking with another dude, right? And that shit can fuck with you if you don't have the mind or the development to deal with some shit like that, right? So what I always thought about is probably that's the worst thing a dude feels like he'll have to contend with, that he never want to deal with. Thinking about his broad out there is getting fucked by some other dude. That's some tough shit, right? But because I've been in the game and loved women that were out there having sex with another dude and overlooked that part, it was our desire to succeed that was bigger than the emotional attachment that the average person has to sex. So I elevated my mind, and she elevated her mind to a point that us having some ends and us was bigger, and we minimized sex. Somebody had asked me, man, how do you minimize sex? We minimize sex. We didn't give it the importance that most people give it today. We put it in a smaller place instead of it being like the highest place. We put it we compartmentalized it and we put it in a smaller place.